Hotep. This is Michael M. Hotep, founder of the African History Network and host of the African History Network show. It is Friday, March 11th, 2022, and I'm here with Rahni Sumler, who is the founder of Digital Dandelions, and she's a business consultant as well. And we're here to talk about the Business Scaling Challenge that starts March 13th, 2022 through March 19th. So how you doing today, Rahni?
I am doing pretty good. How about you?
Oh, I'm all right. It's been a hectic day, hectic
Yeah, I
week.
understand.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, look, I've been to your Facebook group. The
Hmm.
Business Scaling Challenge looks very interesting. We know this is an opportunity. This is a 7-day challenge, and it's an opportunity for business owners to work with you to scale their business. So, give us some more information about the Business Scaling Challenge and what type of business owners are you looking for?
Sure. So the Business Scaling Challenge is using our product that I developed while working with several innovators and entrepreneurs who all their whole goal is to scale their business. So the
Yes.
people who can participate in the challenge are entrepreneurs and business owners in stages one. So like that seed stage where you just have an idea, all the way up to five, where you're in that expansion stage. After five, it's like you're doing exit planning at that point. We have a different product for that. So this is
Okay.
primarily for people who are trying to progress all the way up to that expansion stage.
Okay, now you said progress all the way up to that expansion stage. We know during in 2020 when
Hmm.
a lot of African Americans got money from stimulus for COVID-19 in 2021. We know a
Hmm.
lot of people took that money and started businesses. I read numerous
Correct.
articles from Black Enterprise and the different things like this of people who took that money and started businesses. So we have a lot of new business startups.
Correct.
So explain to people. Is this for people who maybe have been in business for a year, 2 years, et cetera? And what do you mean by scale up? Explain that concept of scale
Sure,
up.
sure, sure. So, the target market that we're looking at are people
Mhm.
who just have a business idea, like they have their money, right? That whole
Okay.
great resignation, they're in the file out and they're like, you know what, I'm going to own my destiny. I'm going to make a business. I have an idea. I want to develop it. This is good for them because it'll help them identify who their customer is, like the different things that they need for their business, and really have an idea of how their business should run before they
Mhm.
start putting that money down. Because I love this energy of everyone starting a business. I really love like family businesses as well. And I
Right.
really love the concept of I like worker owned cooperatives where workers own the business, right?
Right. Right.
Um, but they have the money, they start, but they don't have a plan.
Okay.
So they kind of just throw things out there and they see what
Right.
sticks, right?
So they may have expertise in a
Right,
particular field. They may
right,
they may be a mechanic or a baker or something like
right,
this, but don't
right.
know how to actually own the
Run
business
the
and
business.
run the business. Right.
Right, because I have a plumber. I love working with him. He spends
Hmm.
most of his day like crawling through crawl spaces, going through muck, cleaning out drains, really nasty. But then he has to like take off his overalls and his jumpsuit with his clothes, his suit underneath, and then he has to do business, right? So
Right.
that's where I come in. I help him with like the business side of running business. So making sure your books are together, making sure your numbers are together, hiring employees, because that's one of the things that our people, they're really good at starting businesses, but they're really hard. It's really hard for them to hire, and then it's just them doing everything.
Right. So, and you're going to help businesses scale up so that they
Correct.
can get to the point where they have increased revenue so they can hire more employees,
Correct.
expand, and then take a lot of the pressure off of the principal owner. Oh,
Correct.
okay.
Correct. And that answers your second question of what it means to scale. Scaling is hiring on people because everyone's
Mhm.
like, oh, I want to go to this new market. I want to add this new product. I want to, and that's like the sexy side of scaling, right?
Right.
Like, oh,
Right.
I'm being innovative and all that. But you can't do it all yourself. There's only
Right.
24 hours in a day, right? And another large movement that's going on right now, along with the Great Resignation, is impetus on self care, right?
Okay.
So
Right. Right.
having time outside of your business to be creative so you can come up with those luxurious ideas, and then handing it off to other people for it to do. So this is what the business scaling challenge is about, is finding out what you need to research in the market, finding out what pain is out there that you need to solve, and figuring out what you need to solve that pain, whether that's hiring people, whether that's like an innovative software, whether that's whatever it is. This challenge is helping you discover what you need, and that's why
Okay.
it's good for everyone.
Okay, excellent. So now you are a business consultant. So tell people about your background. You're the founder of Digital Dandelions Technical Solutions LLC.
Mhm.
Give some people some background and talk about your experience.
Sure. So I'm currently right now I'm in North Carolina,
Okay.
and I grew up here, and I went to school at North Carolina Agricultural Technical State University. I got
Right.
my engineering degree, electrical engineering, and while I was there, I did a lot of focus on systems engineering.
Hmm.
So I used my background in systems engineering to really serve my clients, to help them look at their business as a system. So inputs in, outputs out, where the output is money, right?
Right.
So helping them look at like what sorts of things they need to put into their business for it to be successful, and what systems they need to set up to do that. So that's the expertise that I bring in. I'm currently in a business association, and there are a lot of business consultants, but we all have different expertise. And it's a beautiful thing because I can come in and I can do the systems, and then someone else can come in and they can do like the leadership courses, or they can do the or they can do the customer satisfaction. But my like area of expertise is in business operations. So I tell everyone that my business is a business operations firm. We help you for a larger corporation. That would be your COO, your chief of operations. So I tell people that I'm your chief of operations for hire.
Okay. All right. Chief of Operations for Hire. Okay. So Digital Dandelions Technical Solutions celebrates its seventh year of business by honoring its inspiration for its formation, who was Rodney Jerome Sumler, your father.
Mhm.
And you're doing this in honor of your father, and you are providing a free community business scaling challenge. So educate the people on who Rodney Jerome Sumler was, and his role in the civil rights movement.
Sure, sure. So, he actually, and I found this out later, he actually was one of the planners for the freshman four. So A&T, the school that I went to,
Hmm. North Carolina
they
A&T.
had a lot of student activists, and they did the sit-ins. So the sit-ins
Right.
at Woolworths and all that.
Right.
My dad went to school with those guys, and
Hmm.
I found out later he helped plan. He was in the background. He helped plan. I actually remember asking him. I was like, "Daddy, why did you go to the sit?" And he was like, "Oh, I had classes that day." But he was a really humble man. He actually helped plan it. So like he helped
Okay.
get them out of prison after they
Right.
after they were taken in. But after that, he continued his work. He helped a lot of. He had a newspaper called the AC Phoenix News, and it was a community newspaper. And he used it to help a lot of businesses grow. He used it to help a lot of churches grow and be more active in the community, and actually serve people and get them what they need. And also, the newspaper helped hire a lot of, or hire elect rather, but hire
Hmm.
elect whatever. But it helped elect a lot of people from the community into positions of power so they could serve the community. Because I think I did some research in North Carolina, uh, has a very similar structure to of government to what's the country? Shoot, not Cuba. Um, Friends with Cuba. Um, I can't remember the country.
Is it an island nation? Is it an
No, no,
island?
no. Venezuela.
Oh,
Venezuela.
Venezuela. Okay.
Yeah, like it's so gerrymandered down here that
Hmm.
they did like I think it was like the Economic Institute. They did research on like what the government is like here, and it's so gerrymandered, just like Venezuela. So if you imagine Venezuela and what's going on there, that's what's going
Right.
on here or was going on here in North Carolina. But with my father and his efforts, he was able to help get people elected from our community so that we
Mhm.
can get things done and we can start like breaking down some of the systems that make it difficult for us to get things done.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Now, the so explain to people, why are you offering this business challenge for free, this business scaling challenge for free?
Sure. So the house that I'm currently in, right?
Mhm.
This is the house that my mother was born in.
Okay,
And my dad used the money from his businesses to buy this house.
okay.
So if that's any indication, he was very successful in his businesses. He was able to provide for us and like make a place for us to grow and learn and explore and really work and nurture our gifts. So that's how I even got here. And that's my inspiration for doing this challenge. Like he was very successful, and he helped a lot of businesses. He, you know, his newspaper did a lot of advertising and stuff like that, and he helped a lot of businesses. So I want to take that same energy into this business scaling challenge. The whole reason why digital dandelions even exist is that one of the last things that I spoke to my father about was like, oh yeah, I'm starting a business. I'm going to be talking with Oprah. I'm going to be doing this, that. And my dad was like, you know what, baby, that's great. That's, that's great. So that was like one of our last conversations. And like, you know, he passed and I was like in the
Mhm.
middle of forming the business.
Right.
And I noticed that all the businesses that he had, so the newspaper that I talked about, he had real estate, he had houses, like affordable housing for people, all those things, all those services that were serving the community, they all died with him, right?
Right.
Like
Right.
he wrote things down, but it was like all on the back of napkins and envelopes. And to this day, it's been 7 years. We're still trying to assemble those things. But in the meantime, there's a gap in the community. Like the newspaper's no longer running. It's harder. I'm quite sure there are other things out there, but like it's going to take some time to fill back in those niches that my father was serving for a good 27, 30 years. So that really inspired me. Like small businesses are community institutions. And I was raised with it wasn't just my dad, like my grandfather who fought in World War II. When he got back, he had
Mm.
a general grocery store, and that was like a hub for the community. And my mom,
Right.
she's back here, she was running it as a child. So I had like entrepreneurship on both sides, right?
Right.
Small businesses are critical for communities, right? Especially our community. And the whole purpose of us doing this challenge is to give the community something useful that they can use to help build their businesses, and also so we can build a relationship with these small businesses so we can get them to the next stage of development. Because you know, after the business scaling kit that I was talking about is just the first step.
Okay.
Second step, it really depends upon where your business is what the second step is. But just for an example, like let's say you have someone who they have employees, but it's really hard for them to get new employees, that fresh blood, right?
Right.
So we actually have a program where we write an apprenticeship program. We put together an apprenticeship program for them. So we research and find partners in Department of Education, or maybe like a trade school. And then in New York City, where I'm normally stationed, New York State actually pays $15 to the apprentice. All you have to do is just supply everything that they need to do the work.
Okay.
So it's a great way of the owner hoping to grow their business and helping
Right.
to get fresh blood in and helping to get people who eventually will take over their business. Because if your children don't want to do it, just give it to your employees, right?
Right. Right.
So if
You can
they've been there
sell them
from day
something.
one, right,
Mhm.
then they're prepared to take over the business. So that's like an example of what a next step might look like after the business scaling challenge. But of course, we understand that you have to build trust and you have to build understanding, and we also want to provide them something valuable. So this is how we meet them in the middle. Also, I'm continuing my father's work, so I have to. I'm obligated to.
Right.
Obligated
Exactly.
to do it.
Okay, so how do people get more information about the business scaling challenge? Once again, everybody, this is a 7-day business challenge. It runs March 13th, 2022 through March 19th, 2022. What do people do who want more information and want to sign up for this challenge?
Sure. So we have a page with a Facebook page, Digital Dandelions Tech Soul. We also have a group. So on the page there is also the group, the Business Scaling Challenge group. So that is open all year round. So if you don't happen to make the Business Scaling Challenge this go around, we're going to have another one next quarter, and you can just join the group and you can start building those relationships there, because this is really, we really want to build a community of entrepreneurs where everyone can share resources and have ideas and scale together, because like I
Right.
said, you can't do this alone, right? That's the only thing that's not really happening right now. I love the Great Resignation, but you can't do it alone. You have to work with someone else to really get to that next level that everyone's talking about.
Okay, so people should go to the business scaling challenge
Group.
group on Facebook, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then follow the process because they have to sign up for it.
Sure,
Uh,
sure.
and I'm going to put the title right here. So everybody that owns a business, go to Business Scaling Challenge, which is a group on Facebook,
Mhm.
and you can sign up there. Okay, so you talk about the um, business Bible.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
you talk about the business Bible. You talk about what happened to your dad. He owned multiple businesses, and basically, when he passed away, then all that knowledge base passed away. Talk about the importance of the business Bible and how this will help entrepreneurs.
Sure. So the business Bible is very similar to, I did theater for a little bit and
Okay.
Broadway for a little bit. It was in
Hmm.
high school. It wasn't really serious, but when you have a show, they have something called a run of show Bible, and
Right.
that's everything that you need to run that show in one place.
Okay.
And the business Bible is basically that, everything you need to run your business in one place. So that's one of the next steps that can happen depending upon what you determine that you need out of the business scaling kit. You can use the business Bible, which is basically a business manual, internally for how to train your employees, how to produce your products, how to produce your services, and also who produces these things.
Okay. So I know when I used to be in retail management, we had a store operating manual.
Yep,
Okay, so it had different chapters of it,
yep,
all the different policies and procedures
yep,
in the store. Anything you could think of was in that store operating manual,
yep,
and that came from corporate office.
yep,
So one, you didn't have to sit there and just remember exactly how to do this, how to do that, and
yep,
two, you could follow proper procedures. So, like when the next manager comes in, you that store operating manual is there, and you have consistency
yep,
from store to store. All right.
yep.
So is this along the same thought
That's
process?
exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. But we realize that lower, well, not lower, but like on the main street, right? People don't
Mhm.
really know what like an operations manual is. So we
Right.
just started branding them as a business Bible. So everything you need to run your business in one place. So they can visualize and understand what it is and what how important it is, because you want to go to Jamaica, right? You want to go
Right.
on vacation. You want to have that work life balance, this mythical work life balance that everyone's talking about. And the only way
Mhm.
you can do it is that you're going to have to start handing off tasks. So the business scaling kit is how we start determining those chapters that you're talking about.
How to determine those chapters, and a lot of times you have people, especially with African American owned businesses, you
Hmm.
have people who are very innovative. They know all different aspects of their business, their craft,
Yep.
what have
Yep.
you, but
Yep.
it's all in their head.
Yep.
Okay, it's
Yep.
nothing documented.
Yep.
And then now talk about the need for the business Bible when you have a business owner who wants to pass the business on to their children.
Right, right. So just piggyback off of what you just said, we a lot of people, they don't really understand right away what business operations is. So we tell them, listen,
Mhm.
if you don't have anything for how to run your business written down, it's all in your head. It's
Right.
imaginary, right?
Right.
Right,
Right.
right, right. So getting those things out and getting those things written down makes it easier for you to pass on your business to your children or to your employees, because a lot of times, your children aren't really they don't really know like the value of the business. They don't really care, right? They just want to go off and do their own thing. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. There's no shame in the family. But what we're going to do is that we're going to pass it on to our employees. So that's one way of doing it. Or you can just sell the business, right? Take that
Mhm.
money and put it in a trust and go to Jamaica, right? I really need to go to Jamaica. That's but that's the importance of the business Bible. Like when you are trying to value your business,
Mhm.
um if you don't have like a business manual, then you can't value your business at all. And it's going to be difficult for you to get loans. It's going to be difficult for you to get grants. It's going to be difficult for you to get money from like the SBA, the Small Business Administration. They give out money, right? Really great rates. You can't do any of that unless you have the value of your business. And the way that you start valuing your business is that you have to have that manual.
Okay, so okay, you talk about valuing your business. Now, it, and you talk about the SBA, Small Business Administration, things like this. So for a lot of our businesses, the SBA is something like foreign to them. Okay, so
Yeah.
so explain to people whose business may only be a year old, 2 years old, 5 years old, something like that. Why is it important for them to value their business?
Right. So when I say value your business, I literally
Mhm.
mean attach a dollar amount
Mhm.
to how much your business is worth.
Right.
So in order to determine how much your business is worth, you need to know who is working there, your key people. You need
Mhm.
to know the processes that you use to run the business, and you need to know how much it costs to run each process.
Okay, repeat that again. You want to know
You need to know who's working there, the key people,
the key people. Okay.
mhm, the processes that they do to do your
Right.
business,
Right.
and how much it costs to run each process.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. And those processes, that's going to be in the business Bible,
Correct.
which is like your store operating manual. And this
Correct.
is and this is one of the reasons why a lot of businesses don't get passed on to the second generation,
Correct.
because all that know-how passes away with the business owner who is the founder.
Correct. And it's so devastating. It's so I've seen it. I've seen it with my dad. I've seen it
Mhm.
with some of my clients who passed away from COVID. Like it's always so devastating and it hurts my heart, and that's why like I made my business. Like our goal is to make a library of businesses,
Mhm.
so that it doesn't even have to be somebody who's related to you. It can literally just be some young blood who has some money and they're looking to start a business. Instead of them like starting, reinventing the wheel, they can just take this Bible off the shelf, flip through it, maybe do some modernization depending upon how long it's been there, and then get started.
Right.
And like that's so it's so valuable. And that's my vision. Like I would like to see, because that's also part of our culture, right? That's a part of our history and our culture. And this is how we pass things on and people learn and build and grow, is you have to document it. You got to document it first.
Exactly, exactly. Well, Shantae says, she says, you're right. I need to put it on paper. Okay.
Yup, yup, you need to put it on paper, and we have digital options now, so
Right,
That's where
exactly.
the digital that's where the digital and digital dandelions come from. We have digital options now, because it's so funny. I had a client who was like, "Yeah, we have an operations manual. It's all these binders, and they just sit on the shelf." Like, no, no, we can do it digitally. What are you what are you talking about? We can do it digitally now. You can search it anytime somebody has a question. All they got to do, it's like your own personal Wikipedia, basically.
Right, right, exactly. Okay, so the business scaling challenge is 7 days, March 13th through March 19th, 2022.
Hmm.
Everybody watching, you can go to Business Scaling Challenge on Facebook, and you can sign up there, get more information to sign up there. Now, what happens after the 7-day business scaling challenge? What happens
Sure.
next?
Sure. So by the end of the challenge, we intend for you to have your customer journey map, your internal business review, a competency assessment. So basically, how good you are actually at doing these things. And
Hmm.
if you're not good at it, how we're going to hire somebody to do those things, right? Um, a mission statement of like what your business does, and then one possible hiring choice. So that goes back to the competency assessment. After all that, you're good, or you're not might you're going to need money to execute these things. So we would work out, like, we have capital raises. That's typically what people do. Next thing people do is like, oh, this is great, I know how to move forward, now I need the money to move forward. It's like, great, we have a capital raise for you. So going back to the SBA, we have a package where we work with these retired SBA loan underwriters, and
Hmm.
we will work with you until you get $100,000.
Well, okay, so you help them get 100,000 from the SBA, from the Small Business Administration.
They have various sources, so it really depends
Okay.
upon your situation. It could be,
Okay.
if you have really good credit and you
Hmm.
don't have like business credit, you can probably get something with the SBA. That's one of their sources. But they also have grants. They have community initiatives. They have something called CDFIs, which stands for Community Development Financial Institutions.
Okay.
They give out money as well. So it really depends
Right.
upon your situation. But the strength and the value of this is that they do research, and they do it based on what you need, like based on your situation. They're not just trying to sell you money, right? They're doing it based on what is good for your business, and that's why we work with them. Also, it's good to work with us because we'll write your business plan for you.
Oh, okay. You'll write
Mhm.
the business plan as well.
Right, right. And the difference between the business plan and the business manual is
Hmm.
the business manual is for internally. That's how you run your business, that's how you train your employees, that's how you value your business, right? The
Right.
business plan is for the bank. That's how you
Okay.
sell your business, right? That's how you show you know what you're doing. So you give that plan to your investors, you give that
Right.
plan to the banker, you give that plan to the CDFI that I was talking about. You can give that plan to like an incubator, right?
Mhm.
Normally they help people write your plan, but if you come in with a plan, you're more likely going to get into that incubator, right? The more it makes you more competitive, right? So
Right.
we help you out with researching and writing that business plan so you can get your money.
Okay. All right. Excellent. And then by getting access to capital, then that helps the businesses actually grow, be able to scale up, hire more
Right.
people, buy
Execute.
equipment, execute, buy equipment, things
Yep.
like this, move into a larger facility,
Right.
etc.
And get to that next stage of development. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, is there a limit to how many businesses can participate in the challenge?
Right now, because it's a community thing, there's no limit. So
Okay.
just come. We're gonna be hosting the videos for a long time. So if you can't manage to join the community or join the event live, you can come back and look at the videos, and you can just follow along, right? And send in your questions. And afterwards, if you're really just having issues with it, we also have a paid business scaling kit
Okay.
package that you can pay for, and I'll work with you one on one, and we'll get it done that way. But at least you'll know a little bit more about how the program works, and you can start doing your own research. And I don't know, I'm a business nerd at this point, so I like doing that research.
Right.
But like my plumber is too busy like crawling through crawl spaces to do that research. So that's why you bring me in.
Okay. All right, excellent. So once again, tell people what do they do next? People that watch this, they have a business, they say, "Hey, I want to scale my business. I want to, I want to make X amount of dollars in 2022."
Hmm.
What should they do next?
Sure. So next step, go to facebook.com
Mhm.
slash business scaling challenge, right?
Okay.
That is our group. You go there, sign up for oh, I'm sorry. It's facebook.com/groups, sorry,
Mhm.
/business scaling challenge, all one word. And you can join the group and just join on the or participate in the challenge. You have the instructions there, and next steps and everything is there.
Okay.
Mhm.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. And and there are already people in the group as well. So can
Mhm.
people network with other people in
Oh,
the
of course. Yeah,
group?
that's a whole purpose of the group. This is a place where you can find like potential partners. You can find like research source resources. You can if you're a business to business, it's really good for business to business because you can maybe find some clients there. Like I'm basically sharing my list with you, right? Right. Because it's all about sharing and it's all about growing together. So I know that there's nobody out there who's doing it the way I'm doing it, right? Like I said, I work with other business consultants all the time, and we all
Right.
have our expertise. So this is a chance to get together, work together, and help grow our business community. And it doesn't matter. You can be in New York, you can be in Chicago, you can be in Detroit, you can be anywhere as long as it's not China, because I don't think Facebook is aligned to China.
Right. Okay. All right. Absolutely. So people can participate in this challenge around the country. So
Mhm.
and speaking of challenges, so I'm wondering, okay, do people need to do a TikTok video? Is this an aspect of the challenge also for
Listen, the
people to
challenge is
promote their
just
business?
sitting down and focusing. You know how hard it is to sit down and focus in this day and time? TikTok is the problem.
I
That's
was just
the real
wondering because
challenge
there's
is just
always a
sitting
new
down and
challenge each week.
focusing.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so is this a TikTok video? Okay, so if you do, and now you can share. Now you can share TikTok videos on Facebook. They
Yep.
have the reels and things like this.
Yep.
Okay, so if you do a video like that to promote the business scaling challenge, let me know. We'll post it on our Facebook fan page, the African History
Okay, like
Network.
sitting down and having me write something. It's exciting to me. It's not exciting to anybody.
No,
Just having me go
you
into the
just do
main
the
entrance.
highlights. You just do it could be 1 or 2 minutes. You just
Yeah,
do the
yeah.
highlights and then direct people to the Facebook group. But it's like a TikTok, it's TikTok and it's the TikTok business scaling challenge. Okay.
Right, right. I need to find some good one-liners. That's my
Right.
that's my next step. That's my scaling thing, right? That's how I'm gonna scale.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Ronnie. Well, look, this is fantastic. This is going to help a lot of people. People check out Business Scaling Challenge on Facebook. Once again, this is March 13th through the 19th, 2022. Take advantage of this resource, scale your business, but also prepare your business to be able to be passed on to your children. Okay. And this is why the business Bible is so important, because so many times many of our entrepreneurs pass away, the founder of the business, and that second generation is not prepared to take over the business. Okay, so we have the link here. So can I post this link?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, so we have the business scaling challenge link. We're going to post it here on the thread of the broadcast. This is facebook.com/groups
Groups.
/business scaling challenge. Facebook.com/groups /business scaling challenge. Or if you're on Facebook, just search for business scaling challenge and it will come up and you'll see the flyer that we had up here with the information about the business
Yep, the
scaling
man who
challenge.
looks like me, right?
Right,
I look
right.
like
This
him.
is her dad. Yep, her dad, Rodney Jerome Sumler. All right, Ronnie. Well, this is great, and you're carrying on your dad's legacy, so I know he's proud of you as well.
Thank you.
No problem, no problem. Well, look, thanks for coming on and sharing this information with our viewers and listeners. And you have a great night. Okay,
You too. Thanks for having
great
me.
day. Okay, no problem. Take care. All right, everybody. That was Ronnie Sumler letting you know about the Business Scaling Challenge. Be sure to follow us on our Facebook fan page, The African History Network, The African History Network, and our YouTube channel, Michael M. Hotep, IMHOTEP. And also be sure to turn on live notifications so you know when we go live um, on Facebook and YouTube. And be sure to listen to the African History Network show Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time, 11 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. And on Sundays, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time also. If you visit our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, right on the homepage, we have information about a radio show when we're on. And you can also listen to audio podcasts of our shows. Going back, we have over 1,000 audio podcasts. You can listen to audio podcasts of our shows going back 10 years. Well, actually, I'm sorry, going back 12 years because we're celebrating our 12th year anniversary this month. I first broadcasted March 10th, 2010, the African History Network show. All right. And we're on also Sundays, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can download the iHeartRadio app and search for the African History Network show. You'll find us there. And you can also listen to 9:10 a.m. the Superstation WFDF on iHeart also. To sign up for our email newsletter, text the word Kemet, K-E-M-E-T, to 22828 to sign up for our email newsletter. Text the word Kemet, K-E-M-E-T, to 22828 to sign up for our email newsletter. And then you can also register for the online classes that online history classes I teach on Saturdays and Sundays. We have that information at our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com also. All right. Okay, look, we have to get out of here. Remember, right now is correct wrong behavior is not over till we win. We'll count it forever. And we'll talk to you next time. Peace.